Welcome to the English department at TKU. We provide personalized care for every student. Our inspiring teaching empowers learners to excel. At TKU, we believe in AI-driven education. Our focus is on student success. We integrate ESG principles for a sustainable future. Experience the benefits of personalized learning. Enjoy customized support for every student. We empower you to achieve your academic goals. We help you unlock your full potential. Experience the future of education at TKU English, where AI innovation, digitalization, and ESG principles converge to create a sustainable learning environment.
Welcome. In this presentation, we'll explore how ChatGPT can be used as a tool to support writing and reviewing chronological narratives. We'll walk through the key elements of narrative writing, from structure and grammar to theme and character development, while showing how ChatGPT can enhance clarity, creativity, and coherence. Let's begin by understanding what to focus on when using ChatGPT during peer review. When using ChatGPT to review a peer's narrative, it's important to follow a few key guidelines to make the process effective and supportive. First, focus on one point at a time. This ensures that each aspect of the writing is carefully examined without overlooking important details. Second, create a table or list to clearly organize the issues you identify. This helps both you and the writer see patterns and track changes more systematically. Finally, remember, you are the writer. ChatGPT can provide suggestions, but it's up to you to decide which feedback to accept based on your own voice and intentions. Let's begin with one of the most fundamental aspects of writing, grammar and sentence structure. Using correct grammar is essential for clarity. It ensures that the reader understands what is happening in the narrative without confusion. In addition, sentence variety keeps the writing engaging. A mix of short, direct sentences and longer, more complex ones can create rhythm and support the pacing of the story. When reviewing, ask, are there any grammatical mistakes or awkward constructions? Do any sentences sound repetitive or monotonous? Suggest improvements that could enhance sentence variety or improve correctness. This small step often makes a big difference in how the story is experienced. A well-structured narrative gives the reader a sense of direction and purpose. The beginning sets the stage. It introduces the setting, the characters, and often the central conflict. The middle of the narrative is where the story unfolds. This is where development happens, tension builds, and characters begin to grow or change. The ending should provide closure. It's not just about finishing the story, but also reflecting on what the events mean and how the characters have changed. When reviewing a story, check whether it has a clear beginning, middle, and end. Can you easily describe what happens in each part? If something feels confusing or missing, that's an opportunity to suggest more development or clarification. Now let's turn our attention to the main theme, the central message that ties the entire narrative together. A strong theme should echo throughout the story, guiding the reader's understanding of each event. Depth comes from exploring emotions, motivations, and consequences, which brings richness to personal experiences. At the same time, clarity is essential. Without it, even powerful ideas can be lost or misunderstood. As you review a piece, ask yourself, what is the main message here? Is it consistent and clearly expressed from start to finish? If not, think about how the theme could be better emphasized or developed to give the story greater impact. Topic sentences act like signposts in a narrative. Each major section of the story should begin with a topic sentence to guide the reader through the next stage of the journey. A strong topic sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph or section and signals how it connects to the overall narrative. It also supports smooth transitions, helping the reader follow the timeline and understand the emotional or thematic shifts. As you review, ask, does each part of the story begin with a clear and purposeful topic sentence? If not, suggest how it might be rewritten to more effectively lead into the section. Smooth transitions are what hold a narrative together. They help maintain a consistent flow, guiding the reader from one moment to the next without confusion or disruption. Transitions also connect ideas and themes, reinforcing the story's structure and emotional impact. Whether it's a phrase like later that day or a reflective sentence that bridges two scenes, these links are crucial for coherence. When giving feedback, ask, are the events smoothly connected? If any part feels sudden, disjointed, or hard to follow, consider where a clearer transition could make the reading experience more seamless and impactful. A narrative becomes truly powerful when it carries a personal voice and emotional depth. Personal voice gives the writing authenticity. It helps the audience hear the writer's unique tone, personality, and perspective. At the same time, emotion draws readers in. It makes the experience relatable and real. Whether it's joy, fear, frustration, or pride, emotions bring life to the story. When reviewing, ask, can you clearly sense the writer's feelings and personality? Which parts feel especially genuine or moving? And where might adding more emotion enhance the connection between the story and its audience? A compelling narrative often includes characters who grow over time. This development helps readers connect with the story on a deeper level as they witness change, reflection, or transformation. Whether it's the narrator or other characters, their actions and thoughts should reveal something about their personality and evolution. As you review, ask, can you clearly see the character's growth or inner journey? Are there moments where their beliefs, decisions, or emotions shift? If not, suggest adding details or dialogue that help show their development more vividly. A narrative should feel like a journey, one where each event leads naturally into the next. That's why logical progression is so important. When events are meaningfully connected, readers can follow the story with ease and stay emotionally engaged. Disruptions in flow, like a confusing jump in time or an unrelated detail, can break that connection. As you review, ask, does the story follow a clear and logical order? Are there moments that feel out of place or poorly explained? If so, suggest reordering, clarifying, or expanding those parts to improve coherence. A powerful story often hinges on a turning point, the moment when something shifts significantly for the narrator or another character. This point adds drama and tension. It's often where the stakes change, emotions rise, or a decision alters the path forward. As a reader or reviewer, try to identify this moment. When does the character start to change? Is the turning point clear and emotionally impactful? If it feels vague or underdeveloped, suggest emphasizing it more. Bringing attention to the turning point helps the reader understand the story's emotional arc and the character's transformation. A strong narrative doesn't just tell a story, it also reflects on its meaning. Reflective insights allow the writer to connect themes, reveal personal growth, and offer lessons that resonate with the reader. When done well, reflection ties the entire narrative together, turning a personal experience into something universally meaningful. As you evaluate the ending, ask, does the writer show what they've learned from the experience? Is there a clear message or insight that brings closure? If the conclusion feels vague, suggest ways to make it more powerful, specific, or emotionally resonant.